Lance, Browns have been on a roll. This game, hugely important, a road game with a rookie quarterback.
Well, you look at it. Some weeks you go into at all levels, you go into a game, if you play your best, you don't win. Well, if the Browns play their best, they're going to win. They're better than Denver. They're especially better than Denver up front. And Denver has struggled this year, stopping the run, giving up 5.5 per rush. So for the Browns to win, it's kind of changed, which, as we've stated before, with Deshaun Watson not a part of the mix anymore. Browns got to do whatever they got to do to win. And I think this week it's running the football, running it a lot, and getting in that big personnel. They got to block Singleton and Jesse Jewell. They got two good linebackers, but they get moved off the football. And it starts with being physical and running the ball.
Yeah, let's take a look at the first clip. And you mentioned big personnel. We talked about that. Love this with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, rather. But take us through this clip and what you see.
Well, Minnesota, both Minnesota and Denver, primarily very simple run games. A lot of zone, not a lot of counters, some counters, but a lot of just big on big stuff. So you get big double teams or big one-on-ones. This is just a duo scheme where they're trying to get a hat on a hat, find a double team where it's available, and just kind of move the pile. And they do this a bunch. They ran for 175 yards against the Denver defense. Now, the thing about those linebackers, Singleton and Jewell, is they're very good, but they, like last year's Browns team, those defensive linemen are in their lap a bunch. So, again, I think the Browns got to go with what their run game is. The Browns' offensive line is better than the Minnesota line that dominated this game. So the Browns' offensive line has got to be licking their chops and control this game and protect that defense. Because, again, it all comes back to protecting that defense. End every drive with a kick. Make sure that you kick an extra point, you punt it or kick a field goal. And I just think it starts with this big on big. Browns are more of a zone team than they are a duo team, but it's the same things. Finding big double teams and moving guys back vertically, and this is what the Browns do best.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would also expect to see a heavy dose of Nick Harris in the backfield as the fullback, because that's another big body that you can get up and get through there as well. Take us to this next clip, what you see here.
This is what I think the Browns do really well. This is a counter scheme. So you're going to see the top side of the line. They're all going to block down to their right. They're going to pull the right guard. He's going to kick out, and then the tight end's going to lead up through. This is one of the Browns' base plays, this counter scheme here. So the Browns are going to block down, and what it is you block down, you bring two. And the Browns do a great job of really bringing two different guys all the time. And this really, really hurts Denver. Again, you're going to see great movement up front. This is over and over and over in this game. Like I said, they ran for 175. A little bit of counter, a lot of big on big. But even in this game, it's front side. It's physical football. It's physical downhill football, vertical displacement, moving these guys backwards, getting their backsides to the hole. And they do this all game. And I think the Browns can do the same thing.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the lead block. David Njoku may be underrated as a tight end who has the ability to block. So the other part of it, you go from the run game to the play-action game. Take us through this clip and what you see here.
One of the things you're going to get now is that I've been asked a bunch of this already this week is what the Browns doing sustainable in terms of being, plain and simple on offense and protecting that defense. And the answer is yes. But I think they're going to make a couple adjustments. So you saw the play before where they ran the counter, they pulled the guard. And so this and the fullback. So this time they're going to pull the guard and the fullback. It doesn't matter who, but two are pulling, right? So they're going to show run and they're going to run a levels concept. This is what the Browns run. This is what everybody runs. Got a guy in the front, guy in the second level, guy in the third level. So I think the Browns got to do two things now. I think they got to throw the ball a little bit more on first down because people are going to load the box. Secondly, I think they need to max protect, run some play action, and take some shot plays with some double moves. Surtain is a very good corner, but he's very, very jumpy. You can beat him with some double moves. So I think they just got to adjust a little bit on first down. Like you said, this is a team that wins with defense, and they got to protect it. And now they've got to make a few adjustments on offense to keep it rolling.
And again, the skill set with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he is a mobile guy who can throw on the run. So you take advantage of that, and you may see him use his legs as much. Take a little bit more, meaning DTR's legs. Take us through this next clip, another thing and what you like here.
Well, what you can do here, so this is another way to get to the level concept. So it's just play action. What I like about this is a first down throw. So if you look at the pre-snap, watch the linebackers, everybody move forward. And when you're moving forward, you cannot get back into your drop. And when you don't get back into your drop, you create these big passing lanes for a quarterback. So there's almost 9 guys in the box here, and then they run play action on first down, and you can see all those people step up. And what it does, it just creates these big lanes and allows for easy throws. And the success of the run game, whether you run power, whether you run zone, and then whatever you run off that. So this is just a play action off one of their duo scheme. And you can see how open this gets just by it's just a simple out route that every NFL quarterback can throw. So the run game will lead to the pass game, and the Browns got to take advantage of that.
And I think you hit the key there. Make the throws easy so you're not asking Dorian Thompson-Robinson to do tough things in situations where he doesn't have to. All right, last clip in this grouping. Take us through this and what we see here, what you like with this one.
Well, here you got an empty set, and they're going to do the quads here. So when you get into these empty sets, Browns do this as well. You're going to get a linebacker on 4 strong, which happens to be the running back from Minnesota. And as good as Singleton is and Jesse Jewell, and I like those two. Aggressive guys downhill. Singleton had 16 tackles last week. Very good players, but they struggle in space a little bit. They struggle covering people out of the backfield, whether it be backs or tight ends. So, again, Njoku didn't have a great week last week, but he had a big catch, 18-yarder. He'll bounce back. And I think he's a mismatch problem because not only are the backers struggling coverage, but Jackson is out for suspended for illegal hits. So he's very big in their coverage, and he's very big in the run support. So, again, throwing to the tight end, throwing to the backs, not a lot of reads. It's pretty easy for a quarterback. And put these linebackers who tackle well, put them in space and make them cover.